Thank you for having me. My name is I Chief Olanrewaju Bashorun, Seriki of Ota Awori Kingdom. Um, well, let me start by saying we have a very big problem in terms of infrastructure in Ota. You see, an area that has been neglected for over 12, 13 years, you cannot expect to even have any meaningful infrastructure. And even before the 8, 13, 10 years that we are talking about, there was nothing on ground. So now to talk about the neglect for all those years, I'm sure you can even imagine what is left. The problem with us is people are not looking at Ota the way it should be looked at, the way they should see Ota. Apart from Ota being part of Ogun State, Ota happens to be the industrial nerve of Ogun State. Ota is arguably the second largest concentration of industry in southwest of Nigeria. Now, if we believe this is an industrial nerve of a state, I believe if you're not paying attention to Ota because of the people of Ota, what about because of the industries? I think people need to look at Ota, or the government need to look at Ota in terms of the industry and the economical value of whatever they want to come and do in Ota. Lately, we can tell you that there is no more road in Ota. Whether we are talking about federal road, state road, local government road, nothing. Let me first of all say we really appreciate the administration of His Excellency Governor Dapo Abiodun and Engineer Noimot Salako. Immediately they came to power, one of the first road they did was the OC Ikola Road to AIT Junction and the Ikola Road to Obasanjo Bridge, all in OC. But before you can get to that road, there are some roads that you need to pass through. The Ikola Road is there. But how can we get to that Ikola Road now? There is no more road. You see, the situation is now so bad that we had a meeting recently with all these industries. And what they could deduce from what is happening is maybe there is a systematic decision to frustrate them out of this area. I do understand whereby we have a concentration of all these industries. If you look around, most of these major industries are here. We have the likes of Sonar Breweries, IDL, all the major industries are here in this axis. In Songwater Industrial Estate. You understand? And how will they now evacuate all their products if there is no road? Dangote is coming from Ibeshe, he will have to pass through Ota. One of the earliest visits of the governor to Ota was to come and see the point of an inferno that happens here because of bad road. And the governor came, saw the state of the road. It was so sorry for us. He went and see all the victims in the hospital. He could not even hold his emotions. He had to tell his people to evacuate all those people to an hospital in Lagos on his own bill. That shows you the extent of the decay in Ota. No road, no social amenity, no hospital, no nothing. And we call this place Ota Industrial Estate, the biggest revenue generation area in Ogun State. So what can we show for it? Is it that there is something that their worried people have done to deserve all this kind of situation? Now look, we are talking about no road. No road for the industries to take all the products to the market in Lagos, to the airport in Lagos, to the seaport in Lagos. And we are talking about, we are encouraging exportation. If people cannot take out their products to the seaport, to the airport, to the market and everything. So why are they producing in the first instance? It's so pathetic. It's so sad. I'm not blaming this present administration, but I believe, you see, in terms of what is production in the first place, what is production? What are the factors that aid production? Is it not land, capital, entrepreneur, and labor? Now you have the land in order. You have everything in order. So what are you doing to kind of encourage these things? We are not even saying, if maybe they are looking at Awori people as people that they shouldn't be doing anything for. But what about the industries that is generating all these funds for you? What about all these people that you are collecting all the taxes from? If you are doing anything for them, the crumbs that fall from what they are doing for the industries will definitely come to us in order. Now, when COVID-19 came and everybody started seeing the surge in the amount of people infected with the disease in Ado-Oduota local government. Now, what they cannot understand is why that surge in that the disease in this area. But the point is, Ota is almost Lagos. You cannot even identify where the border of Ota and Lagos is. Nearly 80% of people residing in Ota works in Lagos. So whatever is happening in Lagos is happening in Ota. Now, look at what Lagos has done to all their own roads. And look at what is happening in Ota. So, if you want to compare, Ota have a lot of comparative advantage over a lot of other areas in Ogun State in terms of the closeness to the vital things of life, which are, like commerce, trade, transportation, seaport, airport, and all those ones that matters. So people, we have the migration of the fall over of the overpopulation of Lagos in Ota. So the government need to look at that and see that Ota needs to be taken care of. And, if they do a lot of things for Ota, they will get a lot of things back from Ota in terms of, tax, election, votes, and all, everything is here for them. So, and look, we are the gateway. You understand? You are going to Benin Republic. You will pass through Ota. It speaks volume of what Nigeria is for people to be coming from Republic of Benin and get stuck here in Ojori or Ota Lagos Road, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. Go and see it yourself. I'm sure you've seen it. There is no more road. The other day, a lady spent nearly 12 hours between Songo and Abule Egba just because there is no road. You know why? It's pathetic. I think the government need to, first of all, need to come and they should, if they want to send a team, let them send the team to look, not to the politicians and all these liars. They need to send it to the people that are feeling the pinch. This is a matter of life and death for people of this area. I don't see any politicking in this. We are talking about let them come and do the needful. Politics comes later. Our House of Rep, House of Assembly, local government chairman, they need to open their mouth and communicate to the center. Let them tell them what is happening. Forget about APC, PDP, whatever they are doing. We are talking about a case of life and death for the industries here. And so what will happen if all the industries fold up and go like they've been doing, migrating to Ghana? So what will the government, they will start begging them to come back with all sorts of incentives. Why can't you do something now so they will stay? We all go out of the country and see things, basic things is just what these people need now. And if they do it for the industry, then we in Ota will be happy, because the same road that all these trucks will take is the same road that we will take to Lagos. We will be happy. And let them even discuss maybe tax or whatever with the industries. I'm sure they will pay. They've beaten them to a stage where by now they will accept anything. I'm sure they can tax them the way a reasonable tax, and the people will not complain, because absolutely nothing is happening for them right now. You understand? I believe it's time the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Infrastructure, all of them need to come together, maybe in liaison with the Palace of Olota, because we will be able to take them around and tell them the truth without any bias.